Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Reilly. Today we're looking at the DS3 CROSSBACK E-TENSE. It has a long name, so let's get started.
Today's video is sponsored by EasyGo. As well as being Ireland's largest EV charging network, EasyGo supports over 10,000 Irish EV drivers to find and use more than 1,200 charge points active on the EasyGo app. This works across the island of Ireland, north and south. The team at EasyGo also provide home, workplace and public chargers together with fleet management and payment service solutions, ideal for businesses transitioning their fleets to electric vehicle driving.
You're definitely looking at this EV if you're thinking about design, or if design is your thing. It's got really nice running daylights along here, nice headlights, and again it's got that diamondy feature. You've got that grille, very similar to the Lexus I recently reviewed. Some nice chrome elements on it as well. I don't like the DS, this emblem on the bonnet. But otherwise, front's nice looking. Let me know in the comments what you think, whether you like the look of it or not. Working down along the side, you've got the black and silver two-tone wheels, which are really nice, Michelin's. You've got the retractable side mirrors. I really like this. They are, when they're not in use, they're in, and then when you want them, they'll pop out as well. So it's good, decent handle. This design feature, I'd say it's going to impede a lot when we're in the inside. Privacy glass on this as well. I don't know if it needs that, but it's there anyway. And you have that DS logo here down at the back. Let's have a look around the back. On the back you have your high level brake light, window wiper, CROSSBACK in very subtle black into the gloss black, your DS3, your E-TENSE and your DS badge. Couple of reversing sensors, some fake vents going on here. Nice brake light cluster that goes around and it has that DS symbol on it. And then underneath then you've got some gloss black and that fog light low. Overall good. I like the design of it. Let's have a look on the inside. What's it like inside the DS3 CROSSBACK E-TENSE? I'm just going to call it the DS3 at the moment, but I appreciate it is the electrified version. There's diamonds everywhere in this thing, and so if you like diamonds or the shape of diamonds, you're going to be delighted with it. Big chunky door. Obviously this is based on the same as the Opel Corsa, Opel Corsa E, Opel Mach-E, E2008, E208 from Peugeot. So it's all on that same platform. So there are a lot of similarities, like the gear selector is very similar to, is the exact same across all of them. It comes in, it's the cabin, the cockpit is very much coming in on the driver. Handle, pull handle, door handle, and a decent enough pocket, but not great. And a massive lip. And I know we had the same issue with the Mach-E. It has a big lip. I don't know why that has such a huge lip on it to get in and get out of. But that's there. Underneath that then you have your adjustable side mirrors and you have your lane keep assist on or off. And then you have your headlight adjustment. So that's not on the door. There's nothing electric on the door at all. It's literally just a handle, whereas everything's built in here. Steering wheel is a 3-spoke steering wheel, decent enough size, nice feel to it. You've got your proper buttons, not haptic or touch or any of that, and a couple of scroll wheels. On the right hand side it's all to do with audio, and on the left hand side, on the right hand side then it's phone, etc. Behind that then you have your indicators and light stock on the left, and on the right hand side you have your wipers, and underneath that then you have cruise control. Lots of diamonds going on. The little instrument cluster, it's all right. There's not a lot there. I much prefer the Peugeot E2008, the iCockpit. Even the Mach-E does a nicer job than this. So I think this was probably designed, and I know it's been out in the United Kingdom for a lot longer, and it's only after coming here to Ireland. It's all right. Bit disappointed with the infotainment screen up here. Has a knurled effect, again bringing over that diamond, but it's a bit small. It looks bigger, but the actual screen itself internally isn't that big. Size wise, let me just get you that information. 7-inch. 7-inch for the driver and also 7-inch for the infotainment. Underneath that then you've got some touch sensitive, and everything is done through the screen or through these touch sensitive buttons. So you really want to get used to it. Navigation, you have to have it through your phone, same as the E208, etc. Then the car settings, phone, and then apps. Underneath that then you have on off for the actual infotainment with volume up and down, but they are just touch panels. There is no haptic feedback on that. Then you've got your air section over here. You've got a big start stop with a flashing red, again in a diamond, and you have one USB type A for charging. Doesn't seem to be a wireless charging pad, but it would be the ideal place for it. You've got your drive mode selector, and you have your, tell you what they have now, should have left driver door open. Eco, normal and sport. And then if you hold it down, you have your electronic handbrake, you have front and rear drivers, or electric wind mirrors, front and rear electric windows, and then you've got your center lock-in, and then you have your front and rear on the driver's side, and then you have a window lock button as well. You have your cup holders, you've got a big chunky 12 volt, and then behind that then you have a little dinky little armrest. Up top you have your DS button, you have your SRS button, you have your information and your reading lights, and you have your LED sun visors. Good decent headroom in the front anyway. For such an expensive price, it is, I've got my information sheet here, it is on the road nearly 39 grand, 38,949. Yeah, it's a lot of money when you link the likes of the 2008, the Mach E, and then you've got the likes of the ID4, ID3, lots of stuff out there that can compete with this. I'm not sure if it's going to win any battles, and no doubt it has a small little glove box, and it does. A little half glove box because the fuse box is there on the side. You don't have electronically adjusted seats. Armrests move back and forward. It is all manual. I probably would set there. Let's have a seat in the back and see if there's much space. I'm not hopeful. Yeah, it's interesting. I know this is the premium brand, but it doesn't really feel premium. It just feels like everything else. There's nothing different on it. Interesting dash. Has a nice leather effect, some stitching on it there. Let's have a look in the back.
If you think this car is for you, you can contact EasyGo and register for the app by clicking the link on the screen or in the description.
Tight. That seat's set for me now, and no. Okay. Sometimes in these compact SUVs, you've got like a really high windowsill for the passenger, but because of the design of the DS3 CROSSBACK E-TENSE, you've got an even lower window. Little speaker built in up there, door handle, little pocket for a bottle, no USBs back here. You have 3 ISOFIX, 2 in the rear and 1 in the front. No armrest, little pocket here for a phone but nothing to charge it in. Pockets behind the seats, courtesy lights, touch when the car is on, obviously. It's a design thing. If you like the look of it, you'll probably go for it. If you don't need too much space in the back, you'll probably go for it. Yeah, there are better electric vehicles out there. It's good to have a choice in the market. They'll sell a few of them probably. Let's have a look in the boot. Child locks. There's nothing here. Like even on the Mach, you've got a kind of a lifting lid, whereas here, and you have to lift it all the way up. Boot capacity is 350 litres and 1,050 once you put the seats down. It's very deep, which is probably a good thing. Couple of metal tie-off points. A lot of stuff in there now. Not the biggest boot in the world, but you'd make it live. You'd work with it. You'd live with it. Let's take it out for a spin. Some stats as I'm sitting here. I've only got it for an hour, so it is 50 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery, 45 kilowatt usable, and it has a max power of 100 kilowatt motor, which is 136 horsepower. Some stats and figures. Front and rear camera. It says reverse front and rear sensors, parking sensors. It says that there's a camera, but I can't find it anywhere. There is emergency braking system, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, cruise control, which is already there, keyless start, halogen headlights with LED running daylights. The charging is an 11 kilowatt onboard charger, and then DC they can go up to 100 kilowatts. Yeah, I'll give you more details once we get this for a longer period of time. So, what's it like to drive the Citroen? Oh, Freudian slip there. Obviously, this is a Citroen company. I'm looking forward to the EC4 coming in the next couple of weeks. But this one is the premium version. It's the DS. What's it like to drive the DS3 CROSSBACK E-TENSE? E-TENSE is their way of signifying that it's electric. Lots of speed bumps on this road, so apologies for the up and down. The brakes are very soft. The seating position, it's not bad. It's not great though. I much prefer its siblings / cousins like the E208, the Mach-E. For some reason, just doesn't. This one doesn't resonate with me. Doesn't fit with me. Not that I don't like it, but there are nicer EVs out there within the same stable, and also you have competitors for 39,000 euros. This is not going to have its own way, unfortunately. It's quiet, torquey enough, but yeah, it feels like it's a car, and it did come out last year, and that's my point. It feels like a car that came out in 2020, and stuff has just moved on that next step with it, outside of it, and it's just that we're getting it here in Ireland. I only have it for an hour, so it's very difficult to judge it on driving. Like, I could shoot up and down the motorway for 5 minutes, but not giving you a real opinion of it. I'll have it for longer in the future, and I'll do a bit of motorway, and I'll do a bit of city driving. I'll go down the country in it. But it'll be the same as the Mach-E. You know, it's not going to be too crazy. Or the E2008. I just prefer, of the Mach-E and the Peugeot, I prefer the Peugeot. Now, I haven't driven the EC4 from Citroen yet, which again is another sibling of this, of the whole Stellantis group. It's great to have the choice, something different to look at. DS was always that fringe niche brand anyway, so it's great that they're coming into the country. I don't know how many they're planning on selling, but yeah.
Just a reminder that today's video was sponsored by EasyGo, who are now offering a year's free driving when EasyGo installs a charger at your home or business. For more info or to submit for a quote, click the link on the screen or in the description.
That's my first impressions video of the DS3 CROSSBACK E-TENSE. Disappointed really, unfortunately, and those of you who watch the channel know that I'm fairly positive about electric vehicles, but this one is a bit, you're paying a premium and I don't know what you're paying it for. There's a lot of better electric vehicles out there. It's still a nice EV, don't get me wrong, and if you want to be different on the roads, this will definitely be different, but it's very small in the back. Be interesting when I get this for a longer spin to see how I live with it for a week. Having it for an hour, you're literally just looking at the outside and the initial driving impressions. Let me know in the comments what you think. Remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks for watching.